phone down. I can't touch.
I didn't touch you, man.
Not that long ago, and I can't stand another man touching me.
Well, no one did that.
So recently, this woman had an absolute breakdown at Walmart after she cut this man in line at the self-checkout, and he confronted her about it.
Is this a prank?
Yeah, he won't go away. He needs to go away. He's the problem.
I need to leave. I still got. Okay. She threw some of my stuff.
Where is she still?
Hell if I know. I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry.
She wasn't sorry when she cut in line.
You! I didn't see you!
To make it. Well, I just asked her if she saw anyone in line.
Just fucking leave. Just go.
That's an adult.
You're making it loud!
Let's just walk up
I'm
to
just
them.
talking.
Walk up to sir. Walk with Chris. Walk with Chris.
Who do we have?
Brandon Mayhew.
Brandon Mayhew. All right? Brandon Mayhew. Here we go. Public masturbation. What? I don't get it. What's the kick? Why don't you do it at home like the rest of us with a big flat screen TV, 50 channels of pay-per-view, in a Starbucks? That's nice.
That ain't me, man. Owes me. I defended him a while back when he couldn't pay.
Defend him for what?
What, you want to be a lawyer when you grow up? Just fix the...
Public masturbation. Total bullshit.
All right, keep your voice down.
No, ma'am. Could you provide a private place for my son at school so he can pleasure himself if he needs to? My son lost.
Okay, that is what they call a crazy parent request. Okay, now, if you've been a teacher, let's say in a public school in America, that's not very hard to believe. But the question is this even real? A lot of these parent requests are pranks, okay? The principal doesn't know it's a prank. I would say that that one where he needed a place to pleasure himself, or let's say another one where the parent request wanted the teacher to let him play with himself in the classroom during class. I'd say there's about a 50-50 chance that that could be a prank. But there are some crazy people in this world, okay? And there's no shortage of crazy people. Now, a parent request is a complaint, all right? I call them complaints because that's exactly what they are. They're complaints, okay? I mean, that's what they are. So here's the question. What do you do if you get a complaint like that, okay? The principal's going to back up the parent, okay? Yeah, you think the principal's going to back you up? Not going to happen. Now, you can't let the guy play with himself in class, okay? And you're going to have to fill out paperwork. I mean, that's just the way it is. Okay, so what do you do in a case like that as a teacher? Well, as a teacher, take roll, and if the student's in the class, you talk to the student during class, in the classroom, and ask if this is true, if his parent requested it or not. You're going to have to call the parent, basically, okay? And then you're going to say somebody made a prank, but you're going to have to, the parent has to contact the principal and tell them that it wasn't them, that it was a prank, okay? Because the principal's going to say, all right, you got a complaint, now deal with it. Hey, I ain't a dump truck. I'm not going to pull you out of a ditch. You know, I ain't no tow truck. I ain't here to do your job for you. Deal with it. The principal's not going to know that it's a prank, and he's not going to investigate to see if it is or not. So what do? Well, like I said, you got to call the parent, tell them what happened, and then basically tell them you got to call the principal and withdraw the complaint. Even though it wasn't your complaint, it's a prank, but you have to have them withdraw the complaint, okay? Now, let's say it is true. Let's say some crazy parent did make that request, and that could very well happen, especially if you're teaching in some Georgia public school. Yep. Principal's going to say, now he's not going to tell you to tell them to break the law. Principal's going to say, I ain't no tow truck. I ain't going to pull you out of the ditch. Now, he's going to say something like that. The principal's going to say, deal with it, handle it. You're a teacher. I ain't going to do your job for you. And they won't. So what you have to do is you have to call the parents. And you do the call during class. Okay? You got to fill out some paperwork. What you have to do is you got to tell the parent that, you're going to call DFAX and the district attorney because what is going on is child abuse. DFAX is the Child of Family and Children Services. If you have a parent that really comes on too hard, or let's say a student that comes on too hard, DFAX or the attorney or the district attorney's office. And if you're a teacher, you need to really get to know the district attorney, okay? And you need to know some judges too. You got to introduce yourself, get to know them, and you'll be talking to them quite frequently because when the school doesn't back you up, the district attorney can do things to help you out. And you're going to have to tell the parent, I've notified the district attorney's offices. They've given you till the end of close of business today for the principal to withdraw the complaint. If that does not happen, DFAX is going to get involved. And yeah, we can talk about taking your child out of your custody for abuse. Yeah, and that's something that DFAX will get involved with, okay? That usually motivates the parents to get on the horn with the principal and withdraw the complaint, okay? But basically, something like that where, well, my son needs to play with himself during class. Yeah, when you get a complaint like that, and like I said, first of all, check to see if it's a hoax or not. Because it could be a prank. In the event that it's not a prank, you have to call them, and you got to tell them that, hey, you need to call the principal and withdraw your complaint by close of business, because if I don't get it by the time the last bell rings, I'm going to talk to Rudy. Rudy is the judge, by the way. And Rudy and I just happen to get along. Yeah, and you don't want Rudy to get involved in that. I mean, he'll do more than just call DFAX. He follows through. He makes things happen. So, anyway, for you teachers, if you get something that's really extreme, obviously you don't go to the principal for help. Go to the district attorney's office. Or call Rudy.